Republican hypocrisy strikes again, this time in the form of banning drag shows, at least in Oklahoma and Tennessee, and probably other states to follow suit because the culture war, it goes on and on and on. The pointless, ridiculous, moronic culture war that doesn't serve to do anything but distract from the fact that Republicans have nothing when it comes to the real issues, such as international issues, the economy. They can't answer for things like why capitalism has just been a big fat fucking failure. They have no answer for why trickle-down economics is a failure, but they keep voting for people, or they keep passing laws that, give tax breaks to the rich. They can't answer for any of these things, so they have to bring up things like this that do not matter, that do not harm anybody. Your kids are not going to be hurt by a drag show, but if you don't want your kids going to a drag show, here's an idea, Republican. Don't send your kid to a drag show. You're always talking about the government's job isn't to do this, or the government's job isn't to police or legislate that or create policy about that. But when it comes to fucking drag shows, it's A-okay for you to drop your principles about Big Daddy government. Wow! Fucking hypocrites. Fucking hypocrites. And if you tell me, well, I need to go to the government and I because my kids will just go anyway. I can't see my kid 24/7. If your kid's gonna do what they want anyway, if a kid sees that something has been banned or that something has been outlawed and you're aware of the nature of children or people to see what that banned thing is anyway, then why do you even need to make a law about it? If you're pretty sure that they're just going to go off and see it anyway, why the hell do you think that the government or that a law is going to stop them? They'll just look it up online. They'll look it up online, or they'll ask a friend at school about it, or they'll go to a drag show that's just being done in someone's basement because you backwards assholes have pushed them into the basement the same way you've been pushing the LGBTQ plus community into the basement, and anything that has anything to do with women dressing like men dressing like women. You don't like any of these things because they scare you, because they intimidate you, because they're against what you consider natural and normal and moral. So this is just another example of the Republican Party, the very hypocritical Republican Party. There are a lot of fucking creeps and pedophiles out there in the Republican Party. Just pushing these people further away, trying to push them further and further out of frame until the point where, at least to them, they no longer exist or can no longer... again, the party of freedom, the party of liberty, the party of get the government out of my business, get the government out of your business, get the government out of all these businesses. Yeah, well, the government can be in the business of women, the government can be in the business of gay people, trans people, drag shows. The government can be in the business of that, and that's A-okay. And to think that a drag show could be a toxin to your child anyway. There are already laws on the books in these states, ladies and gentlemen, regarding obscenity towards children. So them using children as an excuse, no, total bullshit. There are already laws on the books that protect your children from things like this. These drag shows are not, like, what the fuck are they gonna see that's gonna make them come home? Do you think they're gonna go to a drag show and they're just gonna, turn gay or something? Is that the fear? Is there any legitimate fear or any legitimate reasoning behind needing the government to ban these things, to get involved with these things? Shouldn't you just be leaving people the fuck alone? You can't, because the Republican Party and conservatives in the United States, they don't have a plan for anything. They're stupid. They don't have a plan for anything, so they need to make up phony culture wars to distract people from the fact that they don't have an answer for why their beloved system of capitalism is not working and hasn't worked ever, or why trickle-down economics is something that doesn't work, but they keep voting for it anyway, or they keep pushing bills that lower corporate taxes. They have no answers for the issues. So they find stuff like this that enough religious zealots and bigots and morons are mad about at their city halls or privately on Facebook or what have you, and they blow it up out of proportion. It's a distraction. It is a distraction. These people don't want you to know how stupid they are and how unfit for office and running a country they are. Like these things in Europe, like, like of course, like, you know, I live in Europe, duh. These things wouldn't even register. I couldn't imagine somebody going to Parliament here and saying, "Oh, there's a drag show and my kids saw it and I think they might be corrupted." Oh, fuck! I remember doing a video like, what was it? 10 years ago about these, it was more like 11 years ago, about these same Republicans, these same conservatives who were trying to legislate homosexuality out of the country because their kids saw two men kissing and oh my God, how immoral. And a lot of these conservative parents are really strict, really stern, and the things that these kids are already seeing at home in the form of abuse under the guise of punishment surely couldn't be any worse than what they would see at a completely, again, harmless drag show. And if the drag show is labeled for ages 18 and up, and there are lewd things happening there at an 18 and up clearly labeled drag show, what's the big fucking deal? Don't go to it. Don't do it. Don't see it. Don't buy a ticket to it. Don't support it. Don't open your wallet for it. Don't open your mouth for it. Don't do anything. Do what you do best, Republicans. Do fucking nothing. Forget about these culture wars, is what I would say if these people were able to be reasoned with. So I don't even know why I'm... Okay, well, that was to be maybe like my call to arms, but it's already pretty obvious by how much it pisses me off that these culture wars just need to fucking stop. The United States of America is not going to move forward in any way. The United States of America is not going to get universal health care like the rest of the world. The United States of America is not going to get free or cheap college like the rest of the world, developed world, until these phony, bogus fucking Republicans are voted out, until these boomers die off. Those are two key things that need to happen. One of them is inevitable. The other one is up to you, America. Have a good day, folks.